Going live, says we're going live, says and it says that you're live. Alright, cool, says we're live. And how's it going, everyone? Hope you guys are enjoying this 2019. I'll just say off the bat, thank you guys so much for making this a very memorable 2019 for sure. So off the bat, just to start things off, I want to let you guys know we will go ahead and we will react to the predictions. I have the video up right here, and then I'll go ahead and I'll answer your guys' questions. And if you guys missed it, what I did was I had a video up and it says ask me a question, and it says ask anything in the comment section, live stream, blah blah blah, and you guys threw in, oh shoot, okay, I need to fix that, give me 1 second. But yeah, so hope you guys are doing well. Just take 1 minute here to fix one thing, and done, and save, and let's see here. Hey guys, shush. And let's throw it back here, and there they are. Okay, cool. All right, so with that being said, who do we got in here? We got Jordan Burns, we got Corvette Racing 48, Racing Fan 99, RF 99. How's it going, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well. And yeah, so I'm just going to jump on ahead here, and we are going to react to. Ooh, wow, that is a big lag. Okay, so it's about 30 seconds or so. Okay, very good. All right, let's jump right into it then. Well, okay, so off the bat, I love playing with like just what limits we have for audio and visuals. So I just love the idea of just going black or dark, and then just playing with the idea of like I'm in a dark space. So just a little creative thing that I love to do more often in the future.
Whoa, where am I? Why is it so dark?
I never took an acting class in my life. Okay, never took an acting class. So I'm again more of a creator, not a performer or whatever. So please give me a little grace with that.
Anyone out there? Hello? Hello? Anyone out there? Hello? It's time. What? It's time. I'm sorry.
Just want to let you know that is me. That's me doing a deep voice.
Just like this.
It's whatever. It is what it is.
I'm sorry. Time for what exactly?
Your prediction.
The bass, my word.
No, not that. No, please. No, I can't.
Your prediction.
No. You don't understand. You don't understand. A bunch of 12-year-olds told me on the internet that I was wrong. I can't do that. I can't go through that madness again.
12-year-olds on the internet.
Anything but that.
And then, yeah, camera sound effects. And then, so if you guys see, he's wearing a Bubba shirt. I'm wearing my Bubba shirt right here too. Except he's a hairy boy, or yeah, he where is it? He is a hairy boy, and I am not. Okay.
Whoa. That's hot.
Ah.
Oh, that's
wow! I totally used the meme from last year. Remember that when Will Smith's all
hot.
Yeah.
Oh.
10 out of 10
What
meme.
do we got? Is that a treadmill over there? Hello, scary voice? Are you out there somewhere? Anyone over there? No.
Come on, let's get to the
Over
predictions
there?
already.
Over there. No. There's a person over here. Am I supposed to talk to that person? Great. Alone again. That's great. Well, hi. I guess I'm going to be doing some predictions now. So,
Yeah, come on, get to it.
well, how's it going? This is my 3rd annual predictions time. I have no idea how I got here, but you got this awesome backdrop here with all these beautiful cars.
And I still have that.
And oh, good. I guess someone left me some notes.
Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. One little thing.
So I guess someone left me some.
Okay, I love putting text on like notebook or like on stuff and making text like move. It's technically animation, And like that's the type of stuff, that's the type of crap that I enjoy like editing. So yeah, you'll see more of that in the future.
Notes. So I have to remind myself what my predictions are, if they even are mine. I think, yeah, it looks like mine. I don't remember writing them though.
Really?
Okay,
Are
you
sure
know
about
what?
that?
Let's just get into this.
Let's
so,
just jump right into it.
this is my 2019
Oh, goodness.
NASCAR predictions.
It's time for Griff Osprey.
Alrighty then.
Okay, so for that, I literally took that same lyric and then I bumped up to pitch 1, and then I bumped it down pitch 1, and then the middle one is just me. So
Alright, so I'm not going to do any lickety split. I'm not going to get too in depth into this. Let's just get right to the predictions, and I hope I'm not wrong.
ha.
Alright, so prediction number
Yeah.
1, we're going to do our winners at Daytona. I
Okay.
don't know when this video is going to be uploaded, but all I know is I'm recording this on February 13th.
And we're live streaming on December 31st. So that's what, about 10 months and oh, that's a lot of days. 31 minus 13. Do the math. 18 days.
So hopefully I'm right with these predictions, and
Yeah.
hopefully I can get this out before the Daytona races begin.
Thanks, NASCAR Maniac 2009.
So, to start things off, the winners at Daytona. In the
Ah.
Truck Series, I have Brett Moffitt.
Nope. Let's just start right there. So above you see here I have the tabs for my racing references. So let's just look. Trucks 2019. And let's see where Brett Moffitt. I know he crashed. I remember that. I know he crashed. But and Moffitt, right? Where is Moffitt? Mr. Moffitt. There he is. 26th place. He crashed. I was so close.
I had Brett Moffitt win last year. He crashed, but Brett is a lot better this now as opposed to last year. I mean, he has a championship now underneath his belt. So,
And then just so you guys know, Austin Hill, the truck that Brett Moffitt used to race in, won the Daytona race. So there's Austin Hill right up right here. Okay.
Brett Moffitt is going to win with GMS in the 24 truck. On the Xfinity side, I have Chase Elliott. If you guys didn't know already,
Nope. All right, so let's figure it out right now. So I said Chase Elliott. It was, it was his teammate, Michael Annett. That's right. So Michael Annett won, Chase Elliott. Yeah, because remember, he tried doing that thing where he went to the inside, but no one, like, followed him. So, top 10 finish. And Jeff Green, shout out to him, finishing in 7th. So, it's something.
Chase Elliott is driving the number 8 JR Motorsports car. And so he will be the first Cup driver to win in the Xfinity Series. And then finally on the Cup side, I have YRB Ryan Blaney winning.
Joke. Joke. Yeah, if you guys remember, Ryan Blaney wrecked in the Daytona 500 when Matt DiBenedetto spun. Where's Blaney? He was 31st, right here, and he crashed. And I was close number-wise. Number 12 I picked, and number 11 won. So,
Daytona 500. The Penske cars looked good in the clash, and I think
Yeah.
they'll continue that dominance in the Daytona 500, and Ryan Blaney is going to get the job done.
Yeah.
One thing I want to continue on with prediction number 1 is I predicted who the winners are. I'm going to go ahead and predict who's going to finish last in each race.
okay.
So, in the truck side, I have Jennifer Jo Cobb. She's going to finish
show the edit.
32nd,
Show the edit.
and I'm going to predict that she crashes.
Yep. So I love how this edit happens because Jennifer Jo Cobb freaking does not even qualify for the race. So it's like I'm kind of like right, but not because Jennifer Jo Cobb didn't even race. Ugh. So no, who did finish last in this race? Huh? Natalie Decker. That's right. So, I mean, yeah, a female, which ironic. So yeah, all right, cool.
She's going to have a hard crash in the back straightaway. Nothing too severe, and I don't think she's going to flip. But Jennifer Jo Cobb is going to have a heavy crash, heavy enough for her to be out of the race. And so because of that, she'll finish 32nd. On the Xfinity side, I said Garrett Smithley. And the reason why he will finish 38th is because, same thing with Jennifer Jo Cobb. He'll be a part of a crash early. Don't think it'll be a big crash, but it'll be enough for Garrett Smithley to be out of the race. And then
Stop. Okay. So in real life, his teammate Stephen Light was one, and he overheated. Smithley was 24th. Okay, so not too far off, but not last either.
Finally, in the Daytona 500, I'm going to say Landon Castle in the 00 car.
Shout out to
is going to finish 40th in the field, and it'll be a mechanical issue. It will not.
Are you sure about that? All right, so let's take a look. Landon Castle, 24th as well. Interesting, and he crashed out as well. Casey Mears was the one who finished last, and he was involved in a crash. So, okay.
Not be because of a crash, but I do predict Landon Castle will finish in 40th in the Daytona 500. All right, so let's talk about prediction number 2, which is flips. First off, for the trucks, I say one flip. It's only going to happen once in the 2019 season. There weren't any in 2018, and I think there will be one.
Nope, 0. No truck flipped. Just want to mention that right now. No trucks flipped this year.
Where? I would say Daytona.
Nope.
I know there was not one in 2018. I think it'll happen in 2019. Not in a big crash like Matt Crafton in 2017, but
nope.
A truck is going to go up and over. Okay,
I'm going to try one thing. Okay, I'm going to play this. I'm going to speed it up just a smidge, just because you guys don't want to hear me talk all the time. So we'll see how this goes. This is a complete experiment. I have no idea if this is going to work or not.
Xfinity side, I'm going to say 0. I think the cars have gotten safe enough, so because of that,
I think this is gonna
no
work.
one is going to flip. And then on the Cup side,
so I was right on the Xfinity side. It was none. So hey, I got something right. So will I get anything right? My title is right. Will I predict anything right? I got something right. So what up?
I'm going to say 2, and that's just because of the new aerodynamic package. They're going to be so much more closer together, and I think more wrecks are going to come because of it. And in those wrecks, 2 are going to flip. Where are they going to flip? I'm going to go ahead and predict the Daytona 500. We'll see a flip. And then I'm going to say Las Vegas.
Ah, you're so close, Griff. So I was right. I got 2. Yeah, so number of flips is 2, but they were both at Talladega. I was like, because of the package, they're going to flip at Las Vegas. They're going so slow that it's literally impossible for a car to flip at Las Vegas. So, and Daytona 500, it is what it is.
Probably not the first Las Vegas, but I would say the second Las Vegas because it is the playoff opener, and we saw how chaotic it was last year. So this year in the fall, we're going to have a flip happen. Prediction number 3 is going to be our first career winner. The way I'm going to go about this is I'm going to predict one winner, and then I'm going to go ahead and predict a second winner. So, to start things off, on the truck side, I predict that Sheldon Creed will get his first career win. Don't know where, and I'm not going to predict that, but I think Sheldon Creed will find some success in the truck series, especially that he's driving for GMS Racing. Plus, you also got to consider that that team is downsized from last year, because I think off the top of my head, only Sheldon Creed and Brett Moffitt are driving for the team, and that is definitely a downsize from last year, where there was, I believe, 4 truck teams. So Sheldon Creed will find success, and he'll get his first career win, as well as Todd Gilliland. Todd Gilliland will also get his first career win. I know he got so close this last year, but he'll be like Casey Kane, where he had a bunch of close finishes, but then the following year, he will finally get through, and he will get his first career win. On the Xfinity.
Okay, so I actually have the stats for all of the first-time winners. So we got Austin Hill, Ross Chastain, which, we're going to talk more about later, but yeah, Ross Chastain, Tyler Ankrum, Stuart Friesen, and Spencer Boyd. All of them have won races. Or their first career wins in the truck series. But no Sheldon Creed. Good one, Griff. But hey, you got Todd Gilliland right, so that's something.
To decide, the one driver I know for sure will get his first career win is Noah Gragson.
You know, huh? You know that Noah Gragson is gonna win, huh? You bet? You betcha? I know I'm giving myself a hard time, but you know what? It's me. So hey, Cam Spinner, Team 31. So
he is in excellent equipment in the number 9 JR Motorsports Chevrolet. He's in good company, and that's because of that. I predict that he'll get his first career win. I also predict that Ryan Sieg will break through, and he will get his first career.
F in chat. Sorry, Lombard. I thought Ryan Sieg was going to win, but unfortunately, he did not. So
career win as well. I predict it will be at a super speedway. It will not be at Daytona because Chase Elliott is going to win that. But I could actually say the second Daytona. Ryan Sieg will pull through, get through all the wreckage, and he will get his first career win in the Xfinity Series. And then on the Cup.
Okay. So the first time winners in Xfinity Series, we have Michael Annett, Austin Cindric, and Brandon Jones. I believe that's it. If anybody else wants to add in, I believe those are the only first-time winners. And don't say Chase Briscoe because he won in 2018.
Upside, I'm being a little... what's the term?
What is the term?
I'm definitely losing words, but... I don't know. But I do predict that William Byron will get his first win in 2019. And
Close. He finished second at Martinsville, but nope.
And yes, yeah, you got the pole for the 2500. I know that's not really a big sign, but the kid has learned a lot. And William Byron is going to prove to us that he's no fluke, and he will get his first career win, as well as Bubba Wallace. The reason why I predict Bubba...
Oh, that makes me sad. Oh, I wish I was right, and I wish Bubba had more success, but unfortunately he didn't.
Bubba Wallace is because of the aerodynamic package that we have this year. Cars are going to be closer together, Bubba is going to have more of a fighting chance, and I have a feeling with this new package that it's going to be more driver-based versus mechanics-based. And so even though Richard Petty, we'll just say, isn't necessarily at top performance,
Yeah.
Bubba is going to drive the snot out of one of the cars in one of the races, and he will be ending up as the winner. If I would predict which race he will win, I could see it being either Atlanta or Michigan. Because remember, he won at Michigan in 2017. That's right.
Yep.
So I think Bubba Wallace will get his first career win, and I'll enjoy it because, I mean, heck, I'm wearing this shirt right now. And,
Oh,
of course,
gosh.
shout out to Darian Gilliam, a.k.a. Black Lives Matter, who wore this same exact shirt in the 2018 Summer Showdown video.
What's going on, everyone? This is
your
Gary
boy.
Gilliam, aka Black
Yeah.
Lives Matter.
Prediction
Okay. And then Corvette Racing and Eric Catozzi actually put in the winners, and it is Alex Bowman and Justin Haley. That's it. So
number 4 is going to be drivers that are not going to win this year, but did win in 2018. So in the Truck Series, the driver that I have that's not going to get the job done is Ben Rhodes. As you remember, Ben Rhodes won at Kentucky last year, and even though he's still with Thorsport and with a different number, again, Ben Rhodes is not going to get the job done, and I hate doing that. I say and all the time, and there is no and. But anyway, Ben Rhodes is not going to win
and.
this year. On the Xfinity side,
All right. So I said Ben Rhodes. Grant Enfinger, I believe, was the one who was part of that ship, if I recall. Because Grant Enfinger, he won at Vegas, not Vegas. Oh, hold on. Where did Grant Enfinger win this year? Hold on. I'm right? Grant Enfinger won at somewhere? Oh, I'm talking out of my butt. I'm sorry.
who did I say? On the Xfinity side, I predict that Chase Briscoe will not win this year. I know he had his...
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. No, I'm right, because Grant Enfinger won in 2018. I'm sorry. I need to get my thing straight. Okay, so Grant Enfinger, he did win last year, but he did not win this year. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
This excellent win at the Roval last year, but I predict that is going to be a fluke. I predict that Chase Briscoe is going to get close. He'll be like the Daniel Hemrick of last year, and he'll get close, but he is not going to find success this year. And then on the Cup side,
Okay, so Chase Briscoe, I was wrong because Chase Briscoe won at Iowa, and of course I saw that live, which was super cool. So this is one where I'm wrong, but I'm happy I'm wrong. So where I'm right is John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek, he did win in 2018 at Kansas, but he did not win this year. And then
I know that some people are going to be upset with me with this prediction, but hear me out. I predict that Martin Truex Jr. will not win a race.
Oh, why? Hold on a sec. Did I? Oh shoot, where's my? Oh shoot, hold on. Where's Hold on a second. Where's my? Hold on. Shoot. Where's... Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. Did I lose everything? Ah, great. Come on, really? My bar and everything were... Good. I'm messing up left and right. I'm sorry, guys. I am not a professional streamer, so you'll have to forgive me. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Nope. Come on. I want this. Martin, why do you have to win 6 times? So disgusting. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I think we're okay. Let me just make sure everything is set up. Okay. Yeah, I am disappointed, for sure.
But Griff, he is with Joe Gibbs Racing. He is a champion. It's like the perfect combo. It's like Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, I know my basketball. But the reason why I don't think it'll work is because of the chemistry.
Just listen to this
Sure,
clown
Martin Truex
talk.
and Cole Pearn are together. But I just don't think there's much of a relationship going on there. And it just feels so manufactured. Could he win a race? Possibly. But as I just said, I don't predict. So I think the other teammates will find some success, but not Martin. Because if you're going to consider it, Martin was in the same equipment as Daniel Suarez. And sure, Suarez barely missed the playoffs, but you also got to consider he was the lead amongst the Joe Gibbs drivers. So, could I be wrong? Yes, I've been wrong before. But I do have a strong gut feeling that Martin Truex is not going to be as successful this year. So now my part 2 is going to be drivers that will win in their respective series this year, but did not last year. So to start this off, I would say that Matt Crafton will finally find success in 2019, and he'll get...
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. That's really... So, wow. So, I'm wrong, technically, but Matt Crafton did not win this year, but he won the championship. So,
back to victory lane after going winless in 2018. On the Xfinity side, I'm kind of short-circuiting this, and I'm going to predict that Chase Elliott is going to find victory lane in the Xfinity Series. Now, I know you're thinking Chase Elliott is a co-driver, but technically, he did win in the Xfinity Series in 2016, but he has not won since. And so because of that, when he wins at Daytona this Saturday, he could technically be part of that mold. Because otherwise, off the top of my head, I mean, the comment section will probably blast me for this, but I cannot think of really any drivers that fit that mold that are active drivers that are in the series that I think are good enough to potentially win.
Okay, so one thing I want to mention, so going back to the truck series for a second, Greg Biffle fits this mold. Greg Biffle, he did win this year, did not win in 2018, but he did win in 2000. So technically, that someone did fit that mold in trucks. And then on the Xfinity side, I'll just mention right now, AJ Allmendinger, because he won at the Roval, and then he won at Mid-Ohio back in 2013, I believe.
In the Xfinity Series this year that have won in the past that's not last year. But go ahead, comment section, go ahead. Who are some drivers that you think could potentially win that did not win last year? And then on the Cup side, it's no-brainer. I predict that Jimmy Johnson will find victory lane. And
F in chat for Jimmy Johnson, boys. I was so confident. Like, despite, my thoughts on Jimmy Johnson, I thought he was going to win this year. I thought he was going to have like a little resurrection in his career, but he did not win this year. So,
does not mean because of his success at the Clash, or success, if you will. I think down the road, he will have a more straightforward win. Like, he'll have a win that's more not controversial.
Okay, I need to talk about this.
Have a more straightforward win. Like, he'll have a win that's more...
Okay, I need to talk about this. So, I'm not the best speaker, if you will. Like, I am not the best at, talking to people. And so, when I do the whole tongue thing to the side, that is something that I am just, working on. And that's something that it's kind of a, a habit, if you will. And I noticed I did it a lot. So, I need to make fun of it, and that's something I know I need to work on. So... my apologies on the weird, just me being weird.
Not controversial. Yes. So because of that, Jimmy Johnson will find some success this year as opposed to last year. All right, prediction number...
Okay, so the two drivers that fit this mold, so it wasn't Jimmy Johnson, but Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson did. Neither of them won in 2018, but they did win this year.
5 is going to be another two-parter. The first one is going to be number of overtime finishes. This is
Okay.
something new that I did this year that I've not done last year. But how many overtime finishes are we going to have in each series?
Yeah.
On the truck side, I predict we're going to have 8 overtime finishes. I think the series is much more, oh, what's the term? Competitive. And so because of that, we're going to have a bit more excitement, and we're going to have a few more crashes at the end of the race. And so because of
So if you guys want to double check, the number I got was 4. There was 4 overtime finishes in the truck series. So half of what I predicted. So it wasn't as well. I mean, it's still exciting, but again, not as many overtime finishers.
that, we're going to see 8 overtime finishes in the truck series. On the Xfinity side, I predict 6. We're going to see 6 overtime finishes. It's also fairly competitive, but I definitely, the way I see it, the Xfinity guys are, I think, a little more,
Competitive.
oh, what's the term? Mature, if you will. They've just been around the circuit more often than the truck drivers. And so they'll be a little more coordinated with their racing. And we'll still see some exciting finishes. They're just not necessarily going to be overtime finishes. On the Cup
All right. So in Xfinity, I got 2 overtime finishes. So not as many again, but it is what it is.
side, however, I predict we're going to see 15 overtime finishes.
That's
Griff,
really
that's a lot.
ambitious.
You're crazy. I know. I've already established that.
Yeah, you
The
really
reason
are.
why I think we're going to see so many is because of the aerodynamic package. They're going to get very feisty. They're going to get really at it at the end of the race. And so because of that, we're going to see multiple overtime finishes, 15 to be exact. So now, another part.
Okay, so before I continue, 6. There were 6 overtime finishes. And again, if you guys want to in the chat and just want to just confirm that there was that many overtime finishes, I believe it was 6. So again, not as many, but there were some.
Part along with the finishes is, as you guys know, there's the new rule that a driver could be disqualified if something is wrong with their car. So now the question is, how many cars are going to actually be disqualified throughout the season? Now, I'm not too sure if this rule does apply to trucks and Xfinity series, but for the sake of the game, I'm going to go ahead and assume that it is for all 3 series. So with that being said, I'm going to predict that in 2 races, the truck winner will be disqualified. And because of that, their winnings will be scrapped, and second place will move up to first. It'll happen twice in the truck series.
It only happened once, and it was Ross Chastain at Iowa, I believe, who failed to, or was disqualified, and Brett Moffitt won.
I then think it'll happen 3 times in the Xfinity series. And then finally,
So in the Xfinity series, so in terms of winners, trying to think, I don't believe it ever happened with anybody that actually won. It was people that was like in the top 3, because I know Christopher Bell. Oh no, one. Denny Hamlin at Darlington. That's who. Everybody else like Christopher Bell, Ryan Sieg, and AJ, I believe it was. All of them DQ'd. So yeah.
I think it's going to happen 5 times in the Cup Series.
Nope.
And the reason why I think that is because everyone's learning. Everyone's learning how far can they go, and in 5 different occasions, the winner will be stripped of his winnings,
Yep.
and second place will move on top. And as a side note, I am a huge fan of this move because now we know who the
Okay, so yeah, so right now in the Cup, nobody won in or that one failed to or disqualified, but Eric Jones at Richmond was the only one. So
6 is going to be drivers coming and going after 2019. I'm going to predict one driver that's going to be coming into the new series or into the series in 2020, and then I'm going to predict one driver that's going to be out after 2019.
okay, so Lucas, Johnny Sutter at Talladega, technically yes, but I was talking about during post-race inspection. I wasn't talking about like the whole yellow line rule or anything like that. So yeah, you're technically right, but for this prediction, I was not counting that.
On the truck side, I predict that Ryan Vargas is going to be into the truck series. I really hope I say his name right, Vargas. Ryan Vargas. I'm going to go ahead and say Ryan Vargas.
All right, so Ryan, if you are watching this, one, I apologize if I said your last name incorrectly. And second of all, I know that you did run some Xfinity races. I don't know what your plans are, and I do wish nothing but the best. And hopefully you do get some more racing in 2020.
But if you come out and tell me my name's wrong, please go ahead. I'm just a fan. But anyway, Ryan Vargas, he's going to go into the truck series. He has a lot of promise, and I cannot wait to see him race in bigger, better equipment. And again, shout out again to Black Lives Matter for his little spotlight video on Ryan. On the Xfinity side, I said that Todd Gilliland will finally move up to the Xfinity Series full time.
Nope. Just nope. That is not happening. I believe he's going to be driving for his team, or his dad's team, DGR Crosley, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I don't believe he's racing in Xfinity in 2020.
And where he's going to go, it's going to go ahead and correlate with my Cup prediction, and that is Christopher Bell. I do predict that Christopher Bell will...
Hey, something. I got something right. It's something. Because Christopher Bell is going to be in the 95 car in 2020. So, yeah. I mean, I feel like it was a pretty easy prediction, but low-hanging fruit. But, hey, it's something.
He'll move up, and he will be in the Cup Series, and Todd Gilliland will replace Christopher Bell's ride in the 20 car. Now, as for Christopher Bell, I'm going to go ahead and predict that he is going to replace Denny Hamlin.
Haha, nope.
I don't know if Denny Hamlin and FedEx are going to stay together. I don't know if Denny Hamlin is going to be out of the ride.
That's
all
funny.
I know is that Christopher Bell is going to replace Denny Hamlin in 2020.
Yep, nope.
So now, drivers that are going to be out. I'm, again, just predicting one driver that's going to be out at the end of 2019. And when I mean out, I mean they're not going to have a ride in 2020. That's what this prediction is all about. On the truck side, I said this last year, and I'm actually going to stick with it this year, and I predict that Grant Enfinger is going to be out of a ride.
I don't know why I'm mean to Grant Enfinger. He is doing really well, and I do apologize to him again. I believe he is still in the 98 truck in 2020. Nothing's been announced yet, if I recall. Chat, you guys could maybe help correct me. But, yeah, dang, Grant Enfinger, you're doing a good job, man, and I apologize.
After 2019. Now, I am very pleased to see him race, and he did good last year for sure, but I just don't think he's going to be in a ride in 2020. On the Xfinity side, this one's a little controversial, but at the same time, I also got to pick someone. I predict that Jeff Green is going to be done with racing in after 2019. I do appreciate him racing, and I really do appreciate the picture that I took with him, but...
Okay, I just want to mention right now.
I do appreciate him racing, and I really do...
Okay, so I was so nervous taking the picture with Jeff Green, because again, I saw him win at Pikes Peak in 2000. So taking a picture of him in person, and I think I was literally talking when I took the picture, so that's why my face looks like that. And then I know that Jeff Green had his surgery at the end of 2019, but I believe he's back in 2020. So, meh.
I do appreciate the picture that I took with him, but I predict that he's going to be done with racing, he's going to enjoy his family, he's going to enjoy his life, and I think he's going to put racing in the past. And then finally, on the Cup side, now this one seems pretty straightforward, but things can change. I predict that Kurt Busch will be done with racing after 2019.
Nope. Kurt Busch is going to be sticking around for a while. And you know what? I'm cool with that. I'm glad that Kurt Busch is sticking around for a while.
Now, I did say that in 2018, but now he has this 1 year, I was about to say degree, 1 year contract with Ganassi, and thus things change. But I think this 1 year contract is going to stand, and Kurt Busch, I think, is going to be done after 2019. Okay, prediction number 7. This is another one that I did not do last year that I wish I could have done, but I'm going to do it this year. It's going to be the awards. The awards that we given out at the end of the 2019 season. What awards am I talking about? Well, let's start with the most popular driver. Who do I think will be the most popular driver at the end of 2019? On the truck side, it's a little tough just because I don't really know most of the personalities in the truck series. So, I'm going to go ahead and predict that Jordan Anderson is going to be the winner. He had a really huge most popular driver campaign last year, and it got close, I think. But I think Jordan Anderson is going to really kick it up to the next level. A lot of people are going to have a lot of love and respect for him, and that's because of that. He will be the most popular driver in 2019 in the truck series.
Okay, so what I did not consider was Ross Chastain moving into the truck series. That completely threw everything out of proportion. And honestly, I don't know if Anderson would have still won MVP even if Chastain was not there. But again, when I made that prediction, I thought Chastain was going to be in Xfinity. So that's kind of what happened.
On the Xfinity side, I'm going to say Noah Gragson. And the simple reason why is because Noah was the most popular driver in the truck series last year, and I think his popularity is going to carry over to this year in the Xfinity series. And then
All right, so Noah Gragson, that's really crazy because I thought Gragson was going to do well, and I thought he was going to be the MVP. But surprisingly, Justin Allgaier came in, and good for him. I'm glad a lot of people love and support him. I kind of just threw me off guard, but hey, I have nothing against Justin Allgaier. I'm glad that he is the MVP of 2019.
Finally, in the Cup Series, I predict that Chase Elliott will be a 2-time most popular driver champion. I could be wrong. Ryan Blaney and Bubba could step up their game, and maybe Kyle Busch could end up getting more fans. Who knows? But I think Chase Elliott will be a 2-time most popular driver champion. Rookie of the Year. I predict that in the Truck Series, Harrison Burton is going to be the Rookie of the Year in the 18 KBM Toyota.
Okay, quick question. Is there an area here that shows who the Rookie of the Year is? Oh, Tyler Ankrum. Yeah, okay. In my defense, I didn't really know who Tyler Ankrum even was at the time. So, I don't know. I probably should have done more research, but whoops.
On the Xfinity side, I say that Noah Gragson is going to pick up that honor as he.
Did Gragson win Rookie of the Year? Let me double check. No, Chase Briscoe won Rookie of the Year. Okay. Good to know.
Will be the Rookie of the Year in the 9 car. And then on the Cup side, I predict that Daniel Hemrick will be the Cup Series Rookie of the Year in the.
Let me double check. I believe I'm right with that. And yep. Oh, stop. Daniel Hemrick. Okay, very good. So hey, at least I got one right.
8 Richard Childress Racing Chevy. The manufacturer's title. I predict that it's going to be Toyota for the truck side, and the biggest reason why is because of KBM and with the power of Harrison Burton and Todd Gilliland.
Okay, let me see. It was Toyota. Okay, cool. I was right with that. Nice.
That's going to really help move Toyota along. I could see a bit of a challenge from Thor Sport with Johnny Sauter and Matt Crafton. But I can also see a challenge from Chevy with Brett Moffitt and Sheldon Creed. But I think Toyota will get those honors. On the Xfinity side, I'm going to say that Chevy will be the manufacturer's title, and that's just because JRM is in a really good spot this year.
Chevy, that's
sure, one of the
2 for 2.
teams has multiple drivers, but everyone seems very competitive this year. And then on the Cup side, I predict that Ford with the new Mustang will be the manufacturer's title in 2019.
Nope,
2
Toyota
more.
got
Most
it.
poles. The driver who's going to get the most poles, I think, in the Truck Series is going to be Todd Gilliland, who's going to earn 4 poles this year. On the Xfinity side, I predict that Cole Custer will get the most poles.
Hold on one second. So I said Todd Gilliland.
4 poles this year.
Was I right with that? I don't know. See, I don't want to go through like all of them and see who like the pole sitter was for, because you have the winner. Shoot. Let's see. I need to double check.
On the Xfinity side, I predict that Cole Custer will get the most poles with 4.
I think that was right.
And then finally, the driver with the most poles in the Cup Series, I'm going to go ahead and predict Ryan Blaney will come on top and will win the pole 4 times as well.
Okay, that one I know is wrong. Kevin Harvick has the most poles with 6. So I know that this one's wrong. Ryan Blaney, he got some poles, but Kevin Harvick got more.
And then finally, the driver with the most wins. I predict that Brett Moffitt will have the most wins in the Truck Series with 5.
Yep.
I then predict that in the Xfinity Series,
That's not right. Let me just double check here. Well, Kyle Busch won 5. I wish there was a way I could sort that. That would be great. Don't think that's right. Oh well.
Christopher Bell will come back strong, and he'll have 6 Xfinity wins. And then finally on the Cup,
not 6. Bell had more wins than that. I believe. How many wins did he have? I think it was 7. 7 or 8. I need to double check.
Side, I do predict that Kyle Busch will have the most wins with 5. So those are drivers.
Who did? It wasn't Truex, was it? Who had the most wins in Cup this year? I think, was it Truex that won the most races? I know I should have done more research on this part, but I'm 90% sure that it was Truex who has the most wins. Yeah. NASCAR Fan 22, Bell has 8. Okay.
But I think we'll have the most wins in 2019. And now let's move on.
Oh, someone says check the standings. Okay, let's take a look at that. Oh, that helps. Okay, thank you. So polls. Okay. Matt Crafton, Brett Moffitt, and Austin Hill, and Christian Eckes all have 3 polls. Okay, this helps a lot. Thank you. And then wins, Kyle Busch has 5, Brett Moffitt and Austin Hill each have 4. Okay, no, this, thank you. Who was it that said? NASCAR Fan 22? Thank you. for that. That helps a lot. Let's see. So on the Xfinity side, let's figure this out right here. Polls. Cole Custer and Christopher Bell each have 6. And then on the win side, yeah, Christopher Bell has 8. And then Cole Custer 7. And then Tyler Reddick has 6. All right, cool. And then on the Cup side, let's figure this out right now. Wins. Yep, Martin Truex with 7. I want to die. And then polls, we have Kevin Harvick with 6. And then William Byron has 5. Yeah. And then see, Blaney had 1 poll. Great. Okay, no, thank you guys so much for the help.
To the final results. Talking about points, talking about playoffs, all that fun stuff. Okay. So the one thing that I did not forget about.
Okay, so I'm going to roll through these fast because I want to get to the questions. So we'll see here. And yeah, we're just gonna go fast through these.
That I decided to move to here is the 20th place award. Who do I predict is going to finish 20th in points all across the board?
20th.
On the truck side, it was Jennifer Jo Cobb last year, and I predict that Jennifer Jo Cobb will take that spot this year.
All right, let me double check that. Let's see here. Can I point? Oh no, sorry, not what I wanted. Okay, Christian Eckes is 20th in points, and Jennifer Jo Cobb was 21st, and Natalie Decker is 19th. So if you guys are wondering, that's how that ended up.
Now, I did see an argument that Myatt Snyder might take that spot because he's running a part-time schedule this year. I think he'll do better than that. I do. And it's just the way how the trucks are now. So I believe Jennifer Jo Cobb will take 20th in points. On the Xfinity side, I predict that Garrett Smithley will finish 20th in points, and he did pretty good last year. I don't think he'll do as good this year. So,
all right, let me just double check that. Points. Okay, so 20th is BJ McLeod. Smithley was 19th. So, close.
Because of that, I predict Garrett Smithley will finish 20th. And then finally on the Cup side, I predict that Daniel Hemrick, the Rookie of the Year, will finish in 20th in points.
All right, let's take a look at that. Excuse me. So 20th, nope, Chris Buescher was 20th in points, and Hemrick was 25th. So a little ways off.
Thus, he will not be in the playoffs. So now let's move on to the playoffs. Who do I have in the playoffs for each of the 3 series? So to start things off, we'll start with the trucks, and just so there's no favoritism or anything like that, I'm going to say who all the drivers are in numerical order. So the 8 trucks that I have racing in the playoffs for 2019 are Sheldon Creed,
nope,
Todd Gilliland, Johnny Sauter,
nope,
Harrison Burton, Brett Moffitt, Stuart Friesen, Matt Crafton, and Grant Enfinger.
Okay, 5, I believe. Sauter, Moffitt, Friesen, Crafton, and Enfinger. Creed did not make it in, Gilliland did not make it in, and Harrison Burton did not make it in either.
Those are going to be my 8 that are going to be racing in the playoffs in 2019.
So 5 out of 8.
Now then, on to the Xfinity side. I have Tyler.
Okay, so this one. Okay, hold on.
Reddick, the 2018 champion.
Yep.
Ross Chastain, Justin Allgaier.
That's not fair. That's not fair. Dude, I made this because I thought that Ross Chastain was going to be in the Xfinity series. Nope. Ross Chastain decided I'm going to get out of here, and he's going to get a truck championship. So,
Noah Gragson.
Yep.
Justin Haley.
Yep.
Brandon Jones.
Yep.
Christopher Bell.
Yep.
Austin Cindric.
Yep.
John Hunter Nemechek.
Yep.
Ryan C. because of his win at Daytona.
Yes.
Chase Briscoe and Cole Custer.
Okay, so oh, Michael Annett, that's who. Okay, so I was 11 out of 12 here. The only person that was wrong was Ross Chastain, but he had to go to Truck Series, and Michael Annett went in. So I admit that's pretty good.
And so yes, Chase Briscoe will be one of the few drivers that will get in based on points, not a win. So those will be my 12 for the Xfinity side. And then finally, on the Cup side, it is as follows.
All right.
Kurt Busch. Brett.
All right. Yep.
Keselowski.
Yep.
Kevin Harvick.
Yep.
Not Austin Dillon.
Yep.
Chase Elliott.
Ryan Newman. Griff. You gotta say Ryan Newman. Come on, say Ryan Newman. F.
Eric Almirola. Denny
Yes.
Hamlin.
Yes.
Ryan Blaney.
Yes.
Kyle Busch.
Yes.
Paul Menard. So not Mark Truex nor Eric Jones.
I hate you. Martin Truex and Eric Jones both made it in.
And yes, Paul Menard.
No, not
Joey
Paul
Logano.
Menard. Yes.
William Byron.
Yes.
Daniel Suarez.
No.
Kyle Larson.
Yes.
Bubba Wallace.
No.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yes.
And Matt DiBenedetto.
Oh, no.
No, not Alex Bowman. He will not be in.
I hate you, Griff. Alex Bowman did make it in. Okay. Let's do the math. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 out of 16 because Suarez did not make it in, Menard did not make it in, Bubba did not make it in, Johnson did not make it in, and DiBenedetto did not make it in. So 11 out of 16. Ugh.
And yes, I do believe Matt DiBenedetto is going to have a pretty darn good season. I'm just double check. And I also don't believe that Clint Boyer is going to have a much of a good season either.
I mean, he did make the playoffs, but he also did not win a race.
So those are going to be my 16. And the reason why I picked who I picked is because of the aerodynamic package. I strongly believe that this is going to be more of a driver's series where the driver expertise is really going to shine more. And
Yeah.
because of that, DiBenedetto, Bubba, and Byron are all going to really show off their stuff and are going to do some good things.
Their stuff.
I don't know if DiBenedetto is going to win a race, but as I said, he's going to have the best season of his career.
That is true.
So,
So-
with that out of the way, let's go ahead and let's predict the final four for each of the series. So on the truck side, I have Todd Gilliland, Brett
Nope.
Moffitt,
Yes.
Stuart Friesen,
Yes.
and Matt Crafton.
Oh, 3 out of 4. Let's go. But Todd Gilliland had to be there and be like, nope. See, if Ross Chastain were there, this would have been perfect. Oh, man. I'm actually surprised that I got this right, for the most part. So, other than you, 3 out of 4.
Those will be my four on the truck side. I think Stuart Friesen will finally get through and will have a shot at the title at Homestead.
Yeah, with his win at
And
Phoenix. Or some race.
Matt Crafton is back. It'll be the first time that Matt Crafton is in the playoff hunt in quite a few years. And I cannot wait to see Matt Crafton come back and shine. On the Xfinity side, I have Justin Allgaier. He'll be back after not making it last year.
Yes.
Noah Gragson, Christopher Bell,
Yes.
and Cole Custer.
3 out of 4 again. I completely... Sorry, Tyler Reddick. I should have put you in, but nope. But Allgaier, Bell, and Custer. So, 8.
Those will be the four that I have this year. And then finally on the Cup side, I have Kevin Harvick, Chase
Yes.
Elliott,
Nope.
Ryan Blaney,
Nope.
and Kyle Busch.
2 out of 4.
Those will be my four. Joey Logano, I think, will be close, but I don't think he'll come back as a repeat
that's right.
repeat champion. But it'll be those four. So finally, the champion. Who do I have as my champion for each of the 3 series? On the truck side, I predict that Todd Gilliland will get the job done, and he will be the champion in the number 4 KBM Toyota. On the Xfinity side, I have Cole Custer.
Oh,
He will be the first. He'll have his first career championship after
close.
Homestead, and the reason why is because he's young and he's going to learn a lot. He learned a lot from last Homestead, and he'll put his knowledge to the test, and he will get the job done this year. And then finally, on the Cup side, I predict that
Kyle Busch is the 2019 Monster Energy 9.
Ryan Blaney will get his first career championship. Even though Joey Logano is not in it, I think Ryan is going to learn a lot from Joey. And I mean, hey, I've been growing out my hair for Ryan. I've been growing out my facial hair for Ryan.
Stop it.
It's
Stop
all for
it.
you, Ryan. So,
Stop it.
Ryan Blaney,
Stop it.
please do not mess
Stop
this
it.
up for me.
Stop it.
Because
Stop it.
I don't want to look like a fool.
And you did look like a fool. So,
there we go. Those are my predictions for 2019. So please come back and check this video often to see how right or wrong I am.
all right, we're going to stop there. So, there you go. Those are my predictions. And for the most part, they were not good, especially Martin Truex. I said he was not going to win a race, yet he won 7. So, it is what it is. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to start answering your guys' questions here. Do I want to switch the camera? No, I won't. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Get out. I'm going to go ahead here, and we are going to go into the questions here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to sort by newest first, and we're going to go all the way to the bottom, and we're going to do the oldest one first. And then we're just going to work our way up. So, and just a fair warning, I am on a bit of a time constraint with this. Why do I have so many of those? I have no idea. That's a little bothersome. Okay. So what's going to happen is I'm going to try to answer as many questions as possible, but I am on a time constraint. So I'm gonna try my best. Oh, perfect. Oh, what the heck? No, 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 no. Why? Why? Hold on a second. That's annoying. Hold on. Okay. I wish there was a way that I could show just the comments. Is there a way I can do that? Let's see. I'm gonna try something here. Let's see. Oh, why does it go to the suggestions? That's so dumb. Oh, cool. Okay, comments are on the bottom. Nice. Okay, that helps a lot. Maybe. Question mark. How embarrassing. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So let's go. Okay, here we go. So we'll start here. Alright, so thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thanks for the questions. And so what we're going to do now is we're just going to talk about kind of last year, this year, whatever you guys ask. And if you guys do want to throw in a super chat and ask me a question that way, you guys are more than welcome to do that. So I'm going to play some music here. Let's drop the audio here so you guys can hear me. And then let's do that. Okay. So we are just going to go in order here, and we will go from there. So, Korn, Metallica, Megadeth, NASCAR, Joey Logano fan first. That is a really good question. So, all right. Well, thanks for the comment. I appreciate it. All right. F1, R3M, 4N, N1, Ninja, 422. He asks, what do you think was the best race of the decade? The best race of the decade. See, that's so hard. I won't give you one. I'll give you guys a couple. F12. Hold on. Yeah, F12 brings that up. It's F11. Okay. I'll give you a couple. 2019, here, I'll highlight it, just so you guys know what question I'm on. Okay. 2019 Talladega, the one that Ryan Blaney won. I like that one. Also, 2018 Roval, just the finish was phenomenal, and just that race in general. I also like pretty much any race that Dale Earnhardt Jr. won. So, either 2014 Martinsville, 2014 Daytona 500, 2015 the Coke 0400. Yeah, I'm just trying to think what other good finishes are. 2016, I like the Phoenix finish with Harvick and Edwards. Let's throw in one more. I would say, let's do, oh yeah, 2012 Watkins Glen with Brad Keselowski and Marcus Ambrose. All right. Next question from GamePlayer88. Thank you for the question, and he asks, what motivated you to do YouTube? Well, biggest thing for me, what motivated me to do YouTube is, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Okay. What motivated me to do YouTube was just having an opportunity to just show stuff that I like making, honestly. I know, just as weird as it sounds, like I think it was just less about the platform and more about just an area to show off like stuff that I don't know, that interests me, if you will. Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, Racing Fan 99 RF99 has 3 questions. Number 1, how did I think about the 2019 Cup Series season? It's alright. Like, I don't know. It wasn't anything too special, if you will. I'm just trying to think. It wasn't anything like too special or crazy or amazing. But it wasn't like utter garbage either. So if I would have to put it on a 10 scale, I would give it a 6 out of 10. Number 2, who surprised me the most in 2019? Probably Alex Bowman. How he was able to get up there and actually win a race, especially at Chicagoland. I honestly thought he was going to be a bust, but that is not going to happen. And then number 3, biggest underdog of 2019, I would say DiBenedetto. Matt DiBenedetto, because of the fact he almost won at Bristol convincingly too. I hope he could do well in the 21 car. All right, Ian Perez. Hey Griff, are you planning on showing my diecast collection? I enjoy your diecast collections and your pickings on your Instagram. Happy New Year and decade. So here's the deal. I did. So I'm just trying to think about that. I know I promised I would show off my diecast collection a while ago. I haven't forgot about it. I'll just put it that way. But it's not something that I think I'm gonna do anytime soon. And well, some of them are other questions will help answer that, but it's on my mind, but not anytime soon. Patriarch Pioneer. I think he's the same Patriarch Pioneer who I raced against on NASCAR 84. He asks, do you think in the future you will switch from making NASCAR-based content to more animation drawing type content? I don't know. This is one of those things where I cannot give you a straight, honest answer. Oh, I just realized. It's not even in shot. I apologize. Okay, there you go. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna talk more about it later, but it's really difficult for me to really, I guess, put it into words. Exactly, like, I guess where my mind is at. Because I've said it before, like, I love NASCAR still, and I hope it continues to succeed. But just where I'm at in life, I'm conflicted. Because, like, yes, I do have, hold on one second. Because I do have NR 2003. Here, let me just see something here. Okay. So, I do still have NR 2003. Let me see. Okay. But like, honestly, I'm just burnt out. I'm just burnt out, and like, I think I told you this, but the Kringle 500 videos that I made, those videos, the Kringle 500 and the 10 Winners Challenge, took me all of December to work on. And I hate that. I hate working on the same thing for months at a time. If I wasn't working at my job, then I would definitely focus more on my work and my content creation. But like, I don't know. It's one of those deals where like, I just feel so constrained, if that makes any sense. And so one thing I will admit is that animation and drawing, it's kind of a therapy for me. Because I'm not the best at, communicating, I guess, how I feel. But when I draw, I'm able to show how I feel. And so if you go on my Twitter, I showed off a couple of drawings. And there are just some things that are on my mind, but it's better to show than to, I guess, say, if that makes any sense. So hopefully that makes sense. In regards to, plans for 2020, at least for this winter, it's like you're gonna see some stuff, but it's not gonna be anything, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I'm not committing to anything. There's no, like, I guess, like, big projects coming up. There's, like, I just don't want to commit to anything right now. And especially if this winter coming off, like, a lot of things, like, I hate to say it, suck as is. And I want to try my best to, take more, I guess, control of my life. So, kind of a longer answer, but it's also more of a serious question, and thank you so much for asking that. Alright, Zachary Timmerman. He asks, how long have I been doing YouTube? So, I'll give you the kind of the TLDR about my history on YouTube. And, yay, Beast Mode, this YouTube channel is trash. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate all of the support. So, how long have I been doing YouTube? So, I started in 2008, and I did a couple of stop motions back then, but then I stopped in, like, 2009. And then I didn't really do much with the YouTube channel until 2014. And that's when I kind of rediscovered art in NR 2003. I should say rediscovered. I discovered it for the first time. And so to answer your question, I've done it for 11 years now. Or I've had this channel for 11 years, but I've been going at it for about 6, if you will. So, what incarnation? On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your favorite color of the alphabet? And on a scale of 1 to 10, that's kind of hard because, you know, there's an asparagus, there's Lightning McQueen involved. You know, I cannot give you a straight answer on that. I'll get back to you on that later. Alright, Denny Delivers. I saw him in the chat. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but... oh, don't do that. Denny Delivers. He asks, will I do predictions for the 2020 season? And what plans do I have for next year? Thanks for amazing videos and ideas this year. Thank you so much, Denny. And if you are in the chat, shout out to you. So, alright. So to answer your question, predictions for 2020 season... I'm thinking yes for right now. But I don't think it's going to be as, like, you know, creative as like these other past videos. Like, my biggest concern is I don't want to commit to anything for like multiple days, because I'm at a point right now where I easily do get burnt out. And so I'll think of something and I'll definitely show off or tell my 2020 predictions. My plans do I have for next year? I don't know. I hate to say it, but I don't know. What I do know and what I will say for this year, though, and actually, here, let me just give me 1 second. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I actually wrote down at least my ideas or plans for 2020. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, so plans for 2020. So one thing that I don't know if you guys see, but I have 2 Twitter accounts now. One being GriffDogYT, and then the other being Griffin Spear. So what I am going to do is, so 2020 NASCAR Championship Series, I have not answered your question yet. So 2 Twitter accounts. Griffin Spear is going to be kind of more of my art and life stuff. And that goes with here on YouTube as well. Because if you guys haven't noticed, I've switched my name back to GriffDog on here. If you guys remember, I do have a second channel called GriffDog2. I'm actually going to change that to Griffin Spear. And that is going to be where I'm going to put my art, animation, drawings, stuff like that. And that's going to be more experimental, if you will. But I will be using that a little bit more often. Big thing too is I'm going to explore. I'm going to be exploring a lot of different concepts and a lot of different just ideas. And I just want to be happy, you know, happy like creating content again. And I want to learn, and I want to kind of just develop more kind of as myself. And Raw Gator, happy 2020, have a great life. Thanks, Raw Gator, appreciate it. I am going to be drawing more. That is definitely going to happen, and it's going to be iffy. It's going to be if it's going to be NASCAR related or not. I kind of want to, you know, just kind of draw whatever. I do have NR 2003, and so that is true. Like, I still have that. I want to keep it at bay. I might do like a couple of like littler videos, but again, my ultimate goal is I want to make stuff that takes me a day to complete. Because of work and just stress in general, I don't want to get hung up on a huge project that takes months and months and months to complete, because that drove me, past tense, insane. So I'm not committing to anything now. What I want to do is I do want to make more content, but less time working on each of that. Another thing too is that I do have a Discord, and I believe it's in the description of this stream. I do have a Discord, and big thing with that is even though I'm not making Inter 2003 content, other people are, and like there are people that actually like design cars and create mods and tracks and stuff like that. And shout out to Left Boy, who has created the that muscle mod. I don't remember what it's called, but it kind of looks like the Gen 7 car. It looks let me just do that. And yeah, no, it's definitely a lot going on. And also I'm going to show my progress on there, like with drawing and stuff like that as well. So a lot's going to happen, but it's going to take some time. That's nothing that's going to happen fast. And the last thing, and I am not 100% sure on this, but I think I am going to be moving on my own here in 2020. I'm going to finally move out of my parents' home, and I'm going to get myself my own apartment. So that is going to be very exciting. All right. Fish Productions. Thank you for the question. He asks, why did I start a YouTube channel? It's a way to show off my thoughts and ideas. Yeah, because like with the Inter 2003 stuff, like it's something that like that interests me, and YouTube is a way to, you know, show off my stuff. All right, Valeria Soares. He has 1 or 2. Let's see what you got. First, can you make a series using any NASCAR mod, like Mix 19, COD, blah blah blah, any mod you want? Also make like 5 seasons with any mod you want. Don't think I'm gonna be doing that anytime soon. Thank you for the question though. And then second, what is my favorite track, driver, and paint schemes? Make like a top 10. I'll give you 1. Favorite, and I'll do current stuff. Favorite track, Talladega. Driver, Ryan Blaney. His paint scheme, his 2018 Menards car, really like that car, and yeah. So thank you for the questions. Even the Dab King, nice. Griff, what do you think about the new Gen 7 cars for 2020? And I think you meant 2021. I'm cautiously optimistic. There's a lot of good things that I'm seeing out of the new car, but we need to see it on track before I can give like my full-on opinion on the new car. All right, Tim Boggs, thank you for the question. He asked, will 2020 be the year of one more spark? I don't know. I hate giving that answer, but I don't know. Like right now, like at least for this winter, I am not going to be dealing with one more spark, or really, again, Inter 2003. But if an opportunity does arise where I get that spark to work on one more spark and to get after it, it can happen. Like, I want to leave that option open, but I'm not attacking it anytime soon. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, Steam's Dev, thank you for the question, and also thank you so much for your support. He asks, do you think that the next-gen car tests have taught us anything other than the direction NASCAR is going? I'm talking about the car itself and development of it. A little bit. I would originally say yes, but I think the one thing that threw a curveball was the fact that Joey Logano ran a bunch of spoilers, and that kind of threw things for a loop. So I'd say a little bit, but I think we need to see more tests to have a definitive answer. And then quickly, Raw Gator question: one person runs on a red path, another person runs on a yellow path. The two people meet. Is the path now orange? No, because you got the one path that's red and the one path that's yellow, and if they meet, then it's like you got the red path and yellow path, and then it kind of like segregates, and it's like a line. So if they like, I don't know, if they fused or something, then they could turn into an orange path, but no. Thanks for the question, Raw Gator. All right, Blue Jimmy 48 fan. Thank you for the question and thank you for the support. He asks, what has been the best part about being a YouTuber? I think just all of the opportunities, honestly. And what I'm talking about there is opportunities with people, just all the different people I've met, like Raw Gator and Lombard and Rusty Walrus, as well as Lumberg and Darian, and all of you guys. Just having to be able to like talk to you guys like down to earth, and I shouldn't look at the live chat. But also the other thing too is just having the opportunities for me to, you know, create stuff and being able to, you know, make and show off my ideas. All right. So thank you for your question, Blue Dream 48 fan. Sonic Rules 831. I saw him in chat earlier. I think he's gone. But he asked, what can you look back on from the 2010s decade? It could be anything. Well, I would say, honestly, just everything I've accomplished. Yeah, I would say everything that I've accomplished in this decade. I graduated high school. I graduated college with a bachelor's degree. I have a full-time job now. I have met a lot of incredible people, and even though I feel like I'm in a slow spot now, I feel like all the stuff that I've learned from this past decade will definitely help me forward in the next decade. So thank you for the question, Sonic Rules. Another Sonic question, and he asked 3. Sonic Johns 924. Question 1, am I seeing any movies anytime soon? I did just see Rise of Skywalker, but that's past tense. I actually don't even know what movies are coming out in 2020. Here, I'm going to do a little research here. Movies coming out in 2020. Let's see. Bad Boys for Life, probably not. Birds of Prey sounds interesting, but probably not. Let's see here. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see. My Spy, Bad Boys for Life, The Gentleman, Peter Rabbit 2. I guess to answer your question, not anything soon. Yeah, nothing really, I guess, interests me off the top of my head. Black Widow, maybe, but, yeah, nothing really interests me in terms of films. Onward looks interesting, but I probably won't see it in the theaters. Number 2, if I wrote my own fiction, what would it be about? I actually kind of want to go down this direction, and so I can't necessarily want to spoil anything yet, but I have this idea of concepts where it kind of just, again, it's one of those things where it's like, I can't necessarily talk about, I'd rather show. So I'm gonna save that one for later. And then number 3, if I were any type of historian, which area would I study and why? I would honestly say like around the Vietnam War. I guess I don't know if that's era, if that's specific or not, but just anything around just the Cold War and Vietnam War. I think the thing I'm curious about is like, how close were we to having a World War III or a nuclear war? That interests me. Like, what people would, or who, or what would have happened to trigger like a World War III? That interests me. So Sonic Johns, thank you for asking the question. Cam Spinner Team 31, you asked, what is your favorite finish in the 2010 decade? Again, there's plenty that I enjoy, but off the bat, I'd probably say 2012 Race Skywalker's Glen. Ninja Warrior Rabbits, you asked, what would you do if you were able to go full-time on YouTube? That's a good question, and I don't know, because right now, my life right now is kind of split down 2 paths. Because, I mean, there is NASCAR, and I know that you guys mostly watch me for NASCAR stuff. I don't know. And to be honest, I don't know if I will have that opportunity. Because there's a side of me where it's like I could do the full-time thing on YouTube, but I'm also okay with just having this be more of a hobby than anything else. Because then I don't have to worry as much about, you know, monetization and if my videos get monetized or not. With this part-time thing, like, I don't know, I'm able to, you know, I feel more free, if that makes any more sense. So, that's another one I cannot give you a fair answer on, and I apologize for that. But thank you again for the question. Alright, Negative Alex 88. You have 3 questions. questions. Question number 1: What paint scheme by KH wished enter NASCAR? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're asking there. By KH? I'm not too sure what you mean by that. Question 2: Where would you put Kyle Busch in all-time list? Cup Series accomplishment only. I would say top 10. He hasn't gone up there as like top 5 or GOAT tier yet. Sorry, Carnation Boy. But I would say like around like 10th area. But he's also still relatively young, so I could definitely see him getting more. And then number 3: Who do I think would take over the 48 car in 2021? Well, my heart wants Ross Chastain to be in the car, but I think Kyle Larson will be in that car. I'm just going to leave it at that. James Braun, thank you for the question. He asks, do I plan on racing? Not in real life. That is something that I dreamed of doing as a kid, but not in real life. In terms of like NASCAR Heat 4, that's also something that I am going to put on the side for now because, again, I need to take care of myself. All right, Punky. He asks, who's your 2020 championship favorite as of right now? As of right now, I would say Kyle Busch again. I don't think Kyle Busch is going to slow down anytime soon. So, all right, Comedic Racing, thank you for your question. He asks, I know you like animating, so would you be willing to try a stop motion race with diecasts? So 11 years ago, I did. That was kind of my initial foot into YouTube, was NASCAR stop motions. It's an option, but my thinking is if I want to do a NASCAR stop motion, it has to be like all out, like quality wise, like the lighting, and I gotta get like, you know, green paper for grass, and like I gotta make sure everything is set up right. Streams of Death, what about iRacing? No, I have no plans to do that anytime soon. Thank you for asking though. Shazane Rain 2448, I believe you've been around for a while, so thank you so much for sticking around. He asks, which this championship deciding format do you think was the best? I have my own idea, but you're asking what has been out so far. I hate to say it, but I would say the original, like back in the Winston Cup days. No chase, no playoffs, just 36 races, and whoever gets the most points at the end gets it. So, all right, thank you for asking the question. Pablo312, you ask, do you think about making What If Adam Petty Was Still Alive story? So, by the way, I already know the viewer reply. Somebody said no, but we're not gonna, talk about that. So, this goes along with the other 3 content and just all that stuff. It's in the back of my mind. I would love to eventually do it down the road, but right now, like, it's just way too big a responsibility now. And I want to really emphasize to you, like, my job really takes up a ton of my time and energy. Like, I wake up at 6 in the morning every morning, and I get to work, and I'm working until about 4 or 5 p.m. every day. And mind you, I'm trying to get sleep, I'm trying to eat dinner, and as I said, going back to working on the Kringle 500, that extra time that I have that I was either not working or sleeping was working on that. So I wasn't able to talk to friends, I didn't really interact much with my family because I was working on this, and that's kind of a reason why I'm stepping back, because I want to, reestablish my social, like, relationships, and I don't want to be bogged down creating that type of content, at least for now. If an opportunity arises in the future where I could work on it, great, and we'll tackle it there, but for right now, that's not happening. But thank you for the question though, and again, I have not forgotten about that. Alright, Alaskan Yankee, you ask, oh, and by the way, Pablo, thank you for the question. Alaskan Yankee, you asked, Griff, what is your opinion on the next gen 2021 car so far, and what are some adjustments you would make? I really haven't seen much about the 2021 car. I mean, the biggest thing that I would change straight up is take off the splitter and put in a valence. Other than that, I have seen, you know, some air underneath the car, or what's it called again when the car, like, air can go underneath the car? I don't remember, but other than that, I don't know enough yet to make a decision. So thank you for your question. Corvette Racing 48, I saw he was on here earlier, but he had to leave. His two questions are, what are my thoughts on the new Gen 7 car? And is OMS ever coming back? So unfortunately, I did answer both of these questions already. My thoughts on the new Gen 7 car, I'm cautiously optimistic, like I'm excited, but, you know, gotta watch out. And then is One More Spark ever coming back? I don't know. It may, but all of the, what's that word called? Everything, all the cards, everything have to be in the right order, or in line, in order for me to go back to that. But if you were to say like right now, no. And to be honest, I'm still burdened with, you know, failing to work on One More Spark 1987, because like that was like 3 months of work gone, and that really depressed me, and it sucked. And so that's why it's hard for me to really get back into something big, is because like I don't want to, you know, like I want to commit to it to the end, but because of my job and just everything else I have going on, I can't do it. So I'm sorry for that answer, but thank you again for the question, Corvette Racing 48. All right, Marvel Fan Racing LF42. You asked, is there more Xbox NASCAR Heat 4 streams? And a video idea, what if Spingate hadn't happened? Okay. So for NASCAR, that is something, as I said, I'm kind of putting that on hold too. It may happen. I might, you know, plug it in for a Friday night and, you know, have some fun with you guys. But it's not something I'm going to like schedule, because again, I need to take care of myself. I am so just tired and stressed by not having any control. And I need to take a step back, and I need to take control of my life. And then the vid idea, what if Spingate hadn't happened? It's an interesting concept. And that's just kind of just saying, like, what if Michael Waltrip Racing was still a thing? So thank you for the question, Marvel Fan Racing. All right, NASCAR Maniac 2009. Am I going to do an ISM vlog? No. And the biggest reason why I'm not is because this trip is more of a personal, not vendetta. It's more personal. Because again, the reason this all happened in the first place was because my little brother was a Marine, and of course he passed away, and so like I wanted to experience it all firsthand, and I did not want to see it all, you know, and like from a camera's point of view. Like I want to see it with my own eyes, which I did. So I hope you can understand that and respect, I guess, my space with that. It was still a phenomenal time. Brett Moffitt is great, and he is now my favorite Truck Series driver. And Phoenix is phenomenal. It's a great, warm place, and I would definitely love to live there sometime in the future. All right, Jordan Burns, I see you in chat. You ask, Griff, what made you be a YouTuber, and how did I start the Inner 2003 videos and wanted to keep doing them? So what made me be a YouTuber was, again, I started doing the stop motion races. And I saw a couple of people do stop motions before, and I thought, oh, that looks cool. I could do that myself. And so I did. With Enter 2003, biggest thing with that was I actually did not get a laptop until 2012, which is when I was 18 years old. And it was then when I finally was able to get Enter 2003. And with everything that TNT Man 93 showed off, and then plus all the mods and all the cars that have been made, and then plus with Camera Control Master, it's like maybe I can go ahead and show off these real life quote unquote races. And I think what I enjoy about making those videos is just the unique camera shots. And then like when I go into editing, because all of the race car noises that I use is real life race car noises. So you know those noises where they go no like that. I actually like take like real life like footage, and then I put that with the Inner 2003 footage, and when it clips and it connects, like that is the stuff that makes my day. And like that's the type of stuff that like I love to make, but because it takes so long to make an Inner 2003 video, it's hard for me to continue going down that route. So, thank you for your question, Jordan. All right, NASCAR fan 918. You asked, do you think NASCAR will survive after the Gen 7 in 2021? All I'll say is yes, but I don't think it'll be what it's like now. I'm just going to leave it at that. Jordan Burns, you asked another question, and then another question. Are there going to be more 10 winners and special YouTubers doing them? Not anytime soon. And then the other question, my top 5 favorite drivers. In no particular order, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace, Matt Benedetto, and... I don't know. For sure, those 4: Benedetto, Wallace, Elliott, Ryan Blaney, and I was gonna say Daniel Hemrick, but he's out. So I would say Almirola, Eric Almirola in a 10, but that may change. So, but for right now, I'll say Almirola. All right. So thank you for your questions, Jordan. All right, Justin Dearborn. You ask, what are your favorite and least favorite paint schemes of the decade? So my favorite ones, honestly, I like really any car that's yellow. And I know that's really broad. And so you're asking like the car and not necessarily the driver. So of course, Ryan Blaney's 2018 car, his main Menards car. I also like pretty much all of Kyle Busch's M&M's cars. Very pretty, very beautiful. It's like this decade's version of Jeff Gordon's rainbow car. In terms of least favorite, so I don't have one specifically, but the thing that kind of irks me with a couple of cars is here, maybe I could like pull this up. Let's see here. Let's see. So Austin Dillon 2018. Okay. So one thing that irks me from a design standpoint is when you have like the logo far back like this, and then you have all this blank space here. Like, the thing I question is like, why is there all of this blank space here? And I wish there was a way, like, for example, this car, where you're able to fill that out. And so, like, as much as I love Ryan Blaney and all of his paint schemes, let's do this. So I'm just not a fan of like just this PPG in the back, and I wish there's like you could like fill this out of like, I don't know, PPG paints or something like that. I wish I could fix that, and I wish this would not be, you know, so empty. So hopefully that answers your question. All right. So yeah, Justin Dearborn, thank you for the question. All right, JD75, you ask, was the Christmas special recorded previously before you got rid of it in 2003, or will this be a resurgence of the product? Good question. So it's not too sure about the wording of your question, but these videos were pretty much because of what's the word I'm looking for? I was able to resurrect in 2003, and then this was the project I wanted to do after that. So hopefully that makes sense. I was able to, you know, work on, or words. Now, but here's the thing. And actually, honestly, I feel more confident with, you know, taking a step back now, because it's like, I know I have it in 2003 and I could go into it whenever. And so I like feel more comfortable taking a step back, because most of 2019, I was freaking out because it's like, I was, you know, going to take a step back from, you know, in 2003 and whatnot. But give me 1 second here. But now that I have it back, I feel more confident taking a step back. So thank you for the question. Daniel Knutson, I think that's how you say your question, or say your name. Thank you for the question, man. He asked, what is my favorite moment of the decade? My favorite moment of the decade. Well, let's see. I assume he's gonna be NASCAR. I'm gonna give you one NASCAR and then one just, I guess, life in general. favorite moment of the decade in NASCAR would probably be when Junior won the 2014 Daytona 500. That was phenomenal. I screamed so loud when Junior won the Daytona 500 in 2014. My favorite moment, though, in real life was probably graduating college. Because if you guys know already, I do have a bachelor's degree in studio arts with a minor in film and media studies. And so I graduated in 2016, and that was an incredible moment and probably my most favorite moment. Just getting that diploma, phenomenal. Also, do I think that the new car will have better racing? I hope so. I hope it'll have better racing. And then am I bringing back Taylor's Challenge, Griff Talks, or Diecast of the Week? No. And at least not yet. And again, I want to. And that's the part that absolutely bothers me. Because it's like, I want to make all this stuff, but I just don't have the time or patience to do it now. So, thank you for the question, Daniel. Greatly appreciate you. Hamlin Fanatic 11. How is it going, man? You asked, what is my favorite and least favorite track on the Cup schedule? My favorite is Talladega. It's pretty much been my favorite track pretty much the rest of, I wouldn't say my life, but yeah, for the longest time. Least favorite, I'd say Dover. I don't know. Just racing on that is not that exciting. So, thanks for the question, Hamlin Fanatic 11. Alright, Andrew English, the gaming drummer. Thank you for the question, man. And you asked 2 questions. 1, what inspired me to go back to the Inter 2003 videos? I wish you could have asked me this maybe a month ago. I guess at the time, just the fact that I have it again, and the fact that I could, you know, play with it some more was my big, I guess, inspiration for that. And 2, will I bring back the idiots? That's TNT Man 93 who does that series, not I. So I guess you could talk to TNT Man 93 about that. But thank you for the questions. All right, I see the cult. Let's see. All right, I see the cult. You asked, what is my favorite food? It definitely changes over time, but I would say pepperoni pizza. That is my go-to favorite food. It's delicious, and I actually just had that for dinner tonight. Papa Murphy's. So shout out to Papa Murphy's. All right, Zaya Joel. I think that's how you say your name. Apologize if I got it wrong. You asked, do you expect anything big from DiBenedetto in 2020? He will be slightly better than 2019, I think. He will not make the playoffs, but he will be very close. Like, in fact, he'll be either the first or second driver out of the playoffs. Like, this year and next year, I think will be, like, close. But I don't think DiBenedetto will win or get in the playoffs. Alright. NMNT Nation 48, thank you for the question. He asks, how do you think the next decade of NASCAR will be like? And with the new sponsors and next-gen car and everything. Okay. It's gonna go through some really interesting changes, I think. Some more big names today, like Johnson, Newman, Kurt Busch, and Harvick, are gonna leave. And it's gonna be make or break, I think, for NASCAR as a whole. It's gonna be very interesting how like Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, and like Christopher Bell and Cole Custer are gonna step up to the plate. And it's gonna be a matter of like, one, how successful they'll be in NASCAR, but then also like their presence. Like, are they gonna like quote unquote put NASCAR back on the map? And so I could see it going one of 2 ways. Either one, it can be like phenomenal and it'll be like what it was back in the day, or it's gonna completely crash and it'll be as low as like ARCA. I hope not, but it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens next. So thank you for the question. Ferris Khalil, I see you in the live chat. You have a good question here. You ask, hello Griff, I am someone who wants to narrate videos on YouTube, but I am kind of scared. Did you feel the same when you started commentating your videos, and how did you overcome that hesitance? Good question. Repetition. That is the biggest thing, is you just got to keep doing it. Because, and actually, you know what? Let's do it. I have a couple of minutes. I want to show you guys the first video that I ever commentated on. Okay. So, let's do this. Stop for a second. Okay. So,
Welcome back. In the zero
just
car,
listen.
that is a one-off race. Robbie Gordon is doing a few races, but mostly importing
listen to that?
the
You hear
road
that?
course races. Well, as we see the pace car is pulling in, Jimmy Johnson here in second. Could he get the dive into turn number 1?
Yeah.
Boris has chosen the outside lane.
Okay. So that's all I wanted to. But if you want to hear it all, it's Intertrust Short 4, right here. So I just wanted to show you that here as I bring this back down. Okay. So biggest thing, as I said before, is repetition, and you just gotta keep doing it. Oop. There you go. So, yeah, and to be honest, for the longest time, I hate showing off my voice and I hate showing off my face because honestly, I do have issues like with with confidence and showing off my voice or my face or anything like that. But the biggest thing I got was support, and like people were like cool with just showing off like having me show off, I guess, my stuff. And the thing is, though, like, I still don't plan on being, like, a performer. Like, I still consider myself as a creator. And I still want to create new, diverse stuff. And, yeah, I do, like, need to still, like, come out and, like, talk to you guys and whatnot. Because, you know, I'm human. But I think that's the biggest thing. Is just repetition and just being confident with what you're talking about. Plus, I would also say having a script helps as well. So I'd say, yeah, just keep at it, man, and soon it'll come a bit more natural. I mean, I'm still like nervous even talking to you guys now, but the more you do it, the calmer you'll feel. So thank you for asking that, Ferris. All right, NASCAR Come On Cup Series. You asked, where did you get the name Griff Dog from? Okay, so my best friend Isaac has a little brother named Mark. When we go to church back in the day, Mark would be like, Griff Dog, and the name kind of just stuck. And it's funny because all of my nicknames were never what was the word I'm looking for, were never like, I never gave myself nicknames. Griff Dog, Griff Meister, G Money, Griff Daddy, they were all nicknames given to me by other people. Gryffindor, yeah, I've heard them all. And so Griff Dog, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, it's a cute little nickname, and I don't know, we kind of just stuck. So thank you for the question. Jev Stobbs, you asked, how many current Cup drivers have I met? I've only met Ryan Blaney. Trevor, current. Well, I was going to say Trevor Bain, but he isn't a Cup driver anymore. And then Brett Moffitt, but he's a truck driver. Current Cup guys, really no one. I hate to say it, but no one. And that's so cool you got to meet Ryan Blaney. I'm proud of you, man. That's awesome. Thank you for the question. Alright, we're getting close to the end here. NASCAR Diecast asks, what was your least favorite moment this year that is not... Are you, okay. I won't stay on this one too long, but, so this just fair warning, it's going to be a little negative, but I also kind of, like, you know, want to talk about this and mention this. So other than my little brother passing back in August, as well as my grandmother passing in January, I think it's more been just a constant grind of waking up every weekday that I'm going to work and knowing that I'm not going to be able to have the time to work on this content. And just the fact that it's like, it's almost, I wouldn't say a nightmare, but it sucks. It sucks that I, like, cannot, you know, make the content that I used to make back in 2017, you know, with the Timorous Challenge, the Griff Talks, the Diecast of the Week. And again, I'm just sick of, you know, being burnt out all the time. Yeah, and it's a shame because, like, again, I feel like I have so much to give, and I'm looking for that opportunity. And one thing I also want to mention too is, like, I know I don't talk much about, like, analytics and, like, you know, subscribers and stuff like that, but I really have not grown much in 2019, which, you know, makes sense because I haven't really made that much content quantity wise. I've made, you know, some stuff that in which I put, you know, time into. but I really haven't gotten much in terms of subscribers. I'm still very grateful for what I have now, and thank you very much for that. But then I do see other YouTubers that like skyrocket past me, and they do get tens of thousands of subscribers, and that's one of those things that really, I guess, depletes me. And of course, I will support them, no question about it. And there are just times where, you know, I wish I could, you know, be out there with them and make more content and be more of a active contributor, if you will. So hopefully that answers your question, and that's my goal for 2020 and beyond, is to turn that ship and to be more active. And again, I don't know if it'll be NASCAR or animation, but I just want to be more active. Mr. Ocean CM3882, favorite race of the decade? I don't know. I can't answer that one because there's just so many. Jordan Burns, fourth question. You asked, Griff, what's your tracks you would want to travel to in 2020 for NASCAR? There's a few. I want to go to Daytona. I want to go to Chicagoland. I want to go to Las Vegas. Just to name a few. And these are just wants. They're not, you know, plans, but it's definitely stuff I want to do. Jonathan M. You asked, out of all the NASCAR Cup Series drivers, current or retired kids, who will most likely become a NASCAR driver in the future? You'd say Keelan Harvick. I'd say Brexton Busch. Excuse me. Brexton Busch, I would say, would have the best chance of being a race car driver. I mean, Kyle Busch is his dad after all. Alright, so we're getting to the end here. Brett Moon 26, he asks, what do you see in Corey LaJoie's Cup future? I think he'll have a couple of promising years, but I don't think he'll be like a mainstay like Kyle Busch or Hamlin or Harvick. Thank you for your question, Brett. Zippy Shippy, you ask, do I like sandwiches? If so, favorite kind? Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I have had that as a kid, and I've had them ever since. Like, it is my go-to sandwich. I love it, and sometimes I usually have it for work. Andrew H21, who will win the 2020 championship in all series? I'm gonna wait till we get all of the announcements for a driver lineup to make my decision on that. NASCAR Fireball 48, he asks, what is the future of Aaron Tells the Three videos on this channel? I don't know. I hate saying that. I don't know. I want to say give me 1 second. So, future of Aaron videos on this channel. I don't know. And honestly, all I care about right now is taking care of myself. I might come back to Aaron Tells videos in the future, but I just don't know. So I'm sorry I cannot give you a more specific answer to that, but it is what it is. All right, three more. Mitchell Collins, 2 questions. Number 1, what is my favorite MML team? It is the Chicago White Sox, and the weird reason why was when I was a kid, baseball was my the White Sox was my team when I played like kiddie baseball back in like 1st grade, and I've pretty much been a fan of them ever since. And then what do I think about the Pocono doubleheader? It's exciting. It's something new. It's something different, and it's very interesting to see how that goes. And Sassy Tamara, don't worry about it. Just that comment was very, I guess, uncomfortable. But no worries about it. Alright, final question. Thunderwolf53, who's my favorite non-racing YouTuber and why? Oh, I actually like this question. My favorite non-racing YouTuber, I would say right now, I would say Chris Stuckman. Chris Stuckman is he reviews films, but the big reason why I support him is even though he does that, is because, or he does that. He plans on making his own films, and I support anyone that makes original content that isn't just reviews. And so I want to see Stuckman make his films, and I support him for that. Sorry. And 79 says refresh it. So just so you know, I went ahead and I unlisted. I have no idea why the Fox News stuff is there. That kind of bothers me, actually. Hey guys, I'll be live streaming. There, I refreshed it. Oh, there you are, 7-9. Okay. So, you have a couple of questions here. Alright, by the way, this is going to be the last questions, and then I am actually going to call it a night. So, you asked, one, what is my favorite finish of 2019? Oh, Talladega, the second Talladega race. What is my favorite moment of 2019? I believe you're thinking NASCAR. I'll give you NASCAR as well as just life in general. In NASCAR, I would definitely have to say, again, that finish at Talladega with Ryan Blaney. That was phenomenal. And then I would say in life, getting the full-time job that I have now. Even though I know you'll say it's like taxing on me. Financially, though, it has definitely been awesome for me. So. And then number 3, what is your favorite paint scheme of 2019? I don't know, honestly. I hate to say it, but nothing really, I guess, stood out for me, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I can't give you a true answer on that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop there. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to bring up my face here. So let's just do this. Alright. So I'll answer a couple of live stream questions if you guys have any. I'll just go ahead and go through a few here. Diehard8838, if you could have any die casts, what would it be? Any of the Red Bull cars, especially from 2007. Allmendinger and Vickers. Those are really pretty cars, but I also know they're super rare to get. Big Blue Attack, you asked Griffdog, do you love the South Dakota? I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but I hate winter. And I think the biggest thing I hate about it, other than the fact that I can't, like, go places as efficiently, is just, again, driving. Like, I cannot stand driving in the snow. Because I just don't have, like, control. And it sucks. And it does bring back terrible memories of winter 2018. So, thank you for the question. And then Josh Hashtag Fan 10. I wish Brent Moffitt has his Phoenix truck made. It's coming. I believe it's coming. So, yeah. Alright, so any other questions? I'll go ahead and take any last minute questions here. Otherwise, I am going to wrap up here and call it a night. Yeah, so I'll hang on Twitter and everywhere. I'll kind of do like a TLDR about the plan of attack for 2020. I'm taking a step back. I am going to focus more on drawing, and I'm going to learn more animation. In the future, I may go back and I may work on NASCAR content and Aero 2003 content, but honestly, I don't know. Because that's another thing too, and I'll talk about this until I see some more questions in the live chat. But you know, honestly, just things change, you know. And it's like, as much as I love NASCAR and I love supporting, you know, everybody that's doing it, there's a side of me that, like, I just gotta change and I also gotta move on. And I hate saying that. I really do. And that's the thing, though, and that's why I said I don't know, because, like, I'm very on the fence, because, like, again, I have the stuff right here, and it's like, once I get that spark, boom, I'm right after it. Or I'm gonna go right after it. But I just don't know. So... Seven Nine. What am I looking forward to in 2020 most? And actually, 2020 NASCAR Stop Motion Series. I'm not committing to anything now. in 2020. So I thank you for reaching out, and hopefully somebody else can join your server. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give it a pass. But thank you though for asking anyway. And then finally, 7-9. What are you looking forward to in 2020 the most? Being creatively free. I just want to create stuff that interests me, and I want to. I just want to make stuff like, and draw just kind of like how I'm feeling and just how I go through life. And I definitely want to pursue animation. And along with Photoshop and Illustrator and Premiere and After Effects, and learn more about each of those, I'm also seriously considering getting Toon Boom as well, Toon Boom Harmony, and trying that out. A couple more questions here. What are some of your lesser known hobbies outside of animation, drawing, and NASCAR? Love you, Griff. Thank you, Midnight Blue Moon, too. Greatly appreciate it, man. So, so animation, drawing, I would say the biggest thing actually is working out, actually. So I don't know if I told you guys this much, but I actually I do work out quite frequently, because I mean I got these muscles right here. Hold on, let me just see if I actually have anything. Yeah, nothing. Great. But I used to be a athlete, like in high school and college. I was an 8-year track athlete as a sprinter, and that's one of the things that I'm learning that I need to take care of. Is what I'm doing right now is like, I need to take this as a marathon, not a sprint. Like, I gotta like take this step by step by that day, and it's like I have these days where it's like I gotta take care of all this at once, and that's not healthy. And I have gone insane quite a few times. So no, but the point is like working out and just staying healthy. So I know all about like deadlifts, squats, bench press, different workout programs, working out in general. Yeah, that's really my other, I guess, big thing. And then I guess another thing too that also interests me is why people do the things they do, like personalities and stuff like that. And you know, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I know how people like work, and like if you say the right things, they'll like fall in love and stuff like that. But it's like once I get into the action of, you know, trying to be sociable, because I just want to, you know, I'm a total introvert. Even though right now it doesn't come off of it as so, like I just do not like being around people, which is actually a reason why I'm not committing to any streams, because I kind of want to be on my own to an extent. But yeah, like just something about just people, like, you know, why some people are total a-holes and why people could be nice, like that stuff interests me. And so just the art of the story fascinates me, and that's something that I also want to do a little more research on in 2020. So 2020 NASCAR Stop Motion Series, let me put it this way. I have ideas, but I don't have any plans on implementing them anytime soon. Because again, I'm just so burnt out from doing the same thing for the past 2 years. And it's like how can I put this? Like, there's some aspects about creating stuff that I enjoy, but when I'm stuck working on the same thing for weeks or even months at a time, it's heartbreaking. Especially when you see people making stuff more consistently. Yeah, because you got your out of the grooves that are made more frequently, and all those different videos that are and then the people that like stream and stuff like that. I don't know. Like I just wish I could make more content. So, all right. Any last minute questions, anybody? Otherwise, here I'm gonna wrap it up here and call it a night here, and enjoy the rest of this decade. And yeah, Big Blue Attack. I definitely do want to get out of this state. No question about it. Yeah, I definitely want to get out of here. I just want to take control of my life. That's all I ask. No, because overall, this year has been difficult. I'll start wrapping up now. This year has been difficult. It has been incredibly difficult for me. One of, if not the hardest, other than losing my both of my grandmother and my little brother. there are just days, like stretches of days, where I just feel like I have no control, and I feel completely mindless, and I want to be more mentally just in control, you know. And so ever since oh my gosh, I completely forgot. Oh, it's not even here. Okay, I completely forgot to mention. Since October, every single day, I have drawn 1 page a day, and I've just drawn like different stuff, and it's great. And I really think that's helped me with my drawing skills, and hopefully there'll be more of that later in the future. So, but all right, we got 7 people left. All right, I think I'm done. So, one other thing I want to mention too, like, I'm sorry for not feeling as you know, happy, and you know, I gotta have a smile on my face, but you know, like, I don't know, like, I've just gotten to a point where I just don't care. Like, I just don't care, and I'm gonna tick some people off, and I'm sorry. I've just been, you know, succumbing to everybody, and, you know, saying yes to everybody, and, you know, overwhelming myself. And in the end, that is still gonna make people mad. And I have this urge to, you know, make people happy. And that's just something I just cannot do. You know? Alright, I'm gonna stop talking here. So, again, I have a Discord. I believe it's in the link below. Hopefully it'll be a better 2020, but again, in a little bit here, I'll do a little TLDR of everything I talked about, and we'll go from there. So, thank you guys again for the consistent support. It's been greatly appreciated. Even though I have not been making as much content now as I was back in the day, I'm still glad you guys are still around, and I love you guys. Sometimes some of you could be really annoying, and I'm not going to call anybody out, but for the most part, you guys are alright. So, I love you guys, and here's to a good, where's my glass? Here's to a good 2020. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And this is Griffin Spear, aka Griff Dog, saying so long until next time. Bye. 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 Bye.